All right, take two, because I embarrassed myself again. So if you guys don't already know, as of today, someone in my stream reminded me, as well as me buying the stuff. These aren't augments right here; they're actual auxiliaries. So in today's video, we're talking about the three gears in the events and their usage and how good they're gonna be. So the first one is on home run right now. Is this thing right here, Jitsu Scroll. So what it does is it gives 25 hit, 17 firepower, and the unique skill is when equipped by a Senran Kagura collab character, 30 seconds after the battle starts, fires a special barrage from your vanguard's frontmost position. Damage is based on the firepower of the ship that's being equipped with it. And if it's equipped by a submarine, specifically Homura, performs this special attack barrage at the start of the battle instead. So here's the thing. I don't like this auxiliary. It's very, very bad. Now, I'll explain why. The first thing is these stats right here are horrible. Absolutely horrible. If I were to unequip this and we look at, let's say, I don't know, a damaging vanguard. Let's say like Cheshire, right? Now check this out. I could use that auxiliary, right? This right here. 25 hit, 17 firepower. But why when I could use this? 29 hit, 26 firepower. Much, much better there stat-wise. So, I mean, it's free, but still, there's that. And then, here's the next part. 30 seconds after the battle starts. That's a long time. I don't think they realize how long 30 seconds is. When I was trying to get this to work out in like regular combat, most fights don't even last 20 seconds. Unless you're very, very, very undergeared, which you shouldn't be that hard. 30 seconds is a long time for mob clearing content. And I wouldn't use this in boss content, that's for sure. So there's that, right? And if you equip it to a Senran Kagura submarine, it doesn't take up a free slot, but check this out. You're giving Homura a auxiliary that gives hits and firepower. How does that help her? You give torpedo stuff, oxygen stuff to Homura. Not this, that's for sure. This is useless right here. And if they made it so you could just use it whenever, as long as a submarine has it in that sortie, it's fine. But here's a kicker. While I was testing it, you have to call her into combat to get the barrage to come out. So not only did I call in Homura using her damage loss auxiliary by using the Jitsu scroll, you also have to waste oil calling in a submarine into regular combat. Again, why would you call submarines into non-boss sorties? It doesn't make any sense. Unless you're doing like chapter 14, 15, then sure. I mean, you could probably see some value out of it, but even then, it's like you're better off giving Homura actual submarine gear compared to this right here. The barrage damage isn't even worth it because it scales off firepower, and Homura has like 0 firepower, so it's like, why? So I'm not a big fan of this ninjutsu scroll by all means. It's atrocious. Now this right here though, Shinobi attire, is very, very good. At plus 10, 550 health, and this ship equipping this gear is treated as a Senran Kagura collab character. So what this does is that if a character has this auxiliary, they get treated as a collab character. So this means they benefit from ships like Fubuki and Asuka that has buffs right here. Asuka makes it so enemies take 10% more damage from Senran Kagura characters after 12 seconds, so free damage there. And Fubuki also buffs characters right here. Now, this isn't restricted to Senran Kagura, but it's free stuff right here. I think she has one thing that is for Senran Kagura. I'm not exactly sure. Let me see. Never mind. Just unique buffs right here. So, but Fubuki is a pretty nice buffer for just overall ships. She's not faction restrictive, but primarily you want to use it with Asuka. But Fubuki is there just because she gets buffed by Asuka, so might as well just use it together, right? So you pretty much want to use it with Asuka. And how you can get BIS works here, right? The best effect from this auxiliary is that it gives HP, and Asuka is a damage amplifier, so you want to give it to damage dealers. Now, here's another thing as well too. If we were to look at a full Senran Kagura fleet, Let's take out Ego for a second. Where's my Yuyaki? Somewhere over here. There she is. Look at this fleet right here, guys. That Vanguard is very squishy. It's 2 heavy cruiser and 1 light cruiser, and these health pools are very, very low. So what you can do is kick out 1 heavy cruiser, Ikaruka or Yuyaki, doesn't matter. I kicked out Yuyaki though. And let's say you place her to like with Anchorage, right? And then we give Anchorage this auxiliary that makes it so, hey, guess what? You are now a Senran Kagura ship. Boom. She gets the health pool that she needs because she's a tank. And now, if you want to use Asuka, guess what? Anchorage gets buffed by Asuka now. It's pretty good. So you pretty much want to give it on tanky DPS characters. You can give it on Plymouth. You can give it on Hindenburg, Unzen, any large cruiser. There are a good selection out there. But to get maximum value out of that auxiliary, you want to give it to a tank because Senran Kagura ships have terrible tanks. So you want to give it to a really tanky ship as a Vanguard leader by far. And then the last auxiliary is going to be, where's it at? The Shinobi Metal. 35 anti-air, 30 hit at +10, and changes the music of the battle when you're in combat. So it's just a fluff auxiliary, nothing crazy. 35 anti-air, 30 hit are like whatever stats, not a big priority by far. So it's just there. It's just there. The auxiliaries are kind of whatever. The big takeaway here is going to be that Shinobi attire that you guys can get and put it on your tank. And if you want to use it with Asuka, that's just more beneficial for you. Otherwise, though, there's nothing like super crazy. It's not like the SSS Gridman one where the gold burn was absolutely bonkers. This one's kind of just like whatever. It's just some nice stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned next one, as always.